Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of Jurassic Park Season 2. Now today, we're going to be working on the prehistoric birds area and the Ice Age area. You guys know by the title it says Elasmotherium. That's because I've finished that exhibit and we're going to add them in today. I've decided we're going to link both of them together. I thought, you know what, it's going to be quite fitting to link them both together and work on different bits and bobs. As you can see from the mini-map, and I will show you guys in just a second when we get into this. I've kind of done a bit of work. I've finished the Elasmotherium exhibit and we're starting to work on the prehistoric birds area. I will create a petting zoo behind me. As you guys can see here, I've used all the wood there and leveled it all out with a few slabs going around the side to build a dodo petting zoo, which I thought would be quite good. And then we're also going to work on a few other bits and bobs like Smilodon enclosure. We're also going to do something with the old mammoth exhibit, maybe turn it into ancient ruins and then move the mammoths across, and also add in some fossil archaeology mammoths in as well. So that's what we're going to do today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Bang. So this is what we have done with the Elasmotherium exhibit. Let's go through this first. So the Elasmotherium exhibit, where do I start? So we've obviously got quite a basic sandy dirt area around here with a nice little pool. I thought it'd be quite nice to add in. Then we come around to here and we have a nice little area in which we're going to have an Elasmotherium in here, and like that could be their home. Then we'd have another one there, and they'd all have two different passageways. I thought it'd be quite nice to do, and it'd look quite nice. Honestly, big fan of it. I know primarily Elasmotheriums were quite solitary dinosaurs or mammals, so I'm thinking we're going to do hopefully one or two, maybe maybe three. But we're not going to add many in at all, barely any, one, maybe two, three at the very most. But anyway, moving across, then we're going to have these exhibits placed in here. As you can see, we do have, these are like kind of bird houses for these for the prehistoric birds. They're going to be nice little house like this, like we've got little homes in, water area, we've got, I don't really know what this is for, it's kind of like a scratching post or something. Got then again another house, and we've got a feeding station. I will obviously add in some outside parts that we can link in, and it'll be like nice little runways for them. It'll look nice and good, and then hopefully there I'm going to chuck in a Smilodon exhibit. But yeah, we're going to kind of, they're all going to be pretty much the same design, apart from the placing of the beds and the water will be different. But apart from that, they will be linked together and they will be very similar to give it that sort of structure. So yeah, then I've had a few ideas. Obviously we had the safari area. Now there was a vote, you guys voted that we would do the T-Rex exhibit and you wanted that doing first, and then from there we'd do the safari area, because I think a total of 9 people voted altogether, and it was 44%, what was it, 44% for the T-Rex and then 33% for the safari area. So I've opened this up. Here's where we're going to have the railway station started. It's going to come down. It's going to go down there, round there, we're going to come out that way and come back round here and into this point, or over there, I'm not too sure yet. Then at some point we're going to find a way to be able to go down to the ocean, at which we're going to hopefully build a nice little marine slash, you know, sort of water transportation area where we can link that round. It'd be a nice little circle. We'll throw in a few herbivores mainly, maybe a few carnivores in the middle there, just because that way they can't kind of get through the water. And yeah, probably chucking a few alligator gar, coelacanth, etc, etc. I think it'd be quite nice to do, and it will look really good. And that should hopefully take us up to at least episode 100. Now we do need to know what's in here, what we're going to put in here, so please do cast your votes. I am going to change this exhibit up. It will look the same, it'll have the same structure, but it'll just be added to and improved. So make sure to let me know what dinosaur we should throw in there. That'd be awesome. And without further ado, let's get on with today. Now, I am recording this video straight after I've just uploaded the last one, so I don't know what you guys voted for in terms of how I should run the structure of each episode. So if you guys haven't already and you are watching this one, please go back and check that, so I will be able to check it after I've uploaded this one on Tuesday, I believe this goes up. I think after this I'm recording a Mo Creatures episode for the Monday, so obviously we're going back a day to, and so for yesterday, for the time this will go up, and then after that we're going to have the Ark Survival one I'm going to record tonight. So I'm starting to get ahead with recordings. Now, if we move on, we're going to have Elasmotherium. We have 3 here. I feel as though we don't need 3. I feel as though we only need 2. Like, we only have 3 at the most. Those are the only 3 I had at the thingy. I still have a lot more mining to do off camera because we don't really have many of the actual birds themselves. So we have the quaggers, we have mammoths, we have smilodons, we have titanis, we have lepticidium. I'm still deciding where that needs to, that exhibit's going to go. I need to do a bit of research into it and find out. But for now, let's just chuck that in there. Yeah, we're going to chuck them both in there. Just one actually. And what else are we going to do? We need to go and very quickly build. Oh, I don't have many. I don't have actually many. That is an issue. Oh yeah, there we do. We have milk. It's fine. It's fine. We have milk. So we have a bit of progress going on there. We're actually going to chuck in the second one as well. Just so when one's finished, we have another one on the go. If they do break, we are going to go back to the main house and have to work with that, which will be a bit of an issue to do, and it'll kind of annoy me in terms of transport, definitely, but it'll be fine regardless, I would have thought. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to very quickly just put that round there in case it breaks. At least that way it holds in the water. And we are going to carry on with the whole Kalenkan Titanis prehistoric birds area. So we're going to work on that and continue the preparation for that. And hope that it works out quite nicely. So how's this going to work? So it comes up here, doesn't it? Why have I done that? Can I please be reminded why I did that? I do not know. But let's get this. Is this how it went? Yeah, it did go like this. And if we nip back, I need to grab my axe very quickly. So as you guys can see, the exhibits are quite different at the minute in terms of obviously the sides. The sides I've decided to go with a full view, as well as here we're having kind of a partial view. I just thought it'd be quite nice to mix it up so it's not all too similar, and it does kind of bring a nice feel to the exhibit. So hopefully you guys will understand that, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you're not and you want me to do that throughout the entirety of the exhibits, let me know and I'll do what I can. Let's get these done. Now I am going to need to get on top of the roof at some point when we get to that stage. I've just gone and done it again, haven't I? I've added in these bits here. Oh dear. Right, there we go. So what we're going to do is now I'm going to create very quickly a pathway up to the top, because we are in fact going to be... What are these? Carpenter's oblique interior. Oh no. I built the wrong ones by accident. Oh dear. Okay. That's going to be a bit annoying. But we should be alright. We should be okay with that. That'll be fine. I think we'll have enough regardless, to be honest. So we shouldn't be too bad. There we go. That's why I added the top ones in for now, wasn't it? So I could find it easier. Like so. So yeah, this is kind of how it's going to go now over the terms of this episode. And I kind of want to get as much of this done as physically possible right now, just so that when the time comes that we need to obviously move forward with everything and we don't have to kind of wait back and worry about things, we do have that choice to have all these exhibits built naturally, so that when the time does come, which it will, where we need to really start and progress through and make some serious progress with the series, we have that option. We have that option there, and it is ready to be used. Oh no, we're not grabbing enough, are we? Okay, right, that'll be fine for just this area here. Okay, so that looks nice. I'm happy with that. Ha, you died. Don't really want rotten flesh, to be honest. So yeah, and then from this point what we do is we're going to... I'm going to have to go and grab some... What's it called? You have to grab some slabs, or create slabs to be honest, so we can actually work on here. There we go. So let's just do that quickly. That should be... Let's just get these, just so that we have a fair amount to deal with. Now, what we're looking to do is, I'm not too sure what I actually want to do. Like, what I want to do, to be honest, with the outdoors of these exhibits is I wanted to link them all up. But then I was thinking about it, I was like, it's not going to work. They're not all from the same continent and country. They weren't all from the same area, so we couldn't really put them all in one place. So we're going to have to limit things. We are going to have to make these exhibits different to almost suit the habitat they lived in. So for example, the Smilodons and the Titanis, or terror bird if you want to call it that, lived in the same area of South America, I believe. I think, yeah, it was South America they lived in. So in terms of that, it's different to where other breeds of the prehistoric birds would have lived. So we have a lot of different things to do and a lot of different things to consider. So for example, I'm going to have to try and, once I've done a bit of mining and kind of got a load of levels back, because I had 85 levels I believe before I died last episode, which I do apologise for how that ended up. I have kind of sped through a lot of time. What did I do? I killed the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like, first and foremost, I killed the Tyrannosaurus Rex and hatched a new one to make sure it was a female. Then I kind of put it in wooden blocks, kind of put it in like a little cage, if you will, within the exhibit so that it grew to full size and it couldn't escape. I checked that, everything seemed fine, so I just carried on with everything as it was. It escaped somehow. So I had to then kill it, die a load more times, and hatch another one. Make sure it was female. If it wasn't, kill it, redo the whole process. And yeah, eventually we got to a point where we did it and we found out how it escaped. I kept it from escaping and we were okay. But it's just that initial thought that it took a bit of time, and over that time I've kind of done a lot of work here as well. So the T-Rex in itself has grown. It's grown to full size. That was kind of something I needed it to do to prevent it from escaping that type of exhibit. And obviously turning off breeding and only one of them being in there does stop any future problems occurring. So, you know, we're okay about that. I'm quite calm about that whole scenario. It was very frustrating, no word of a lie. It was frustrating to have to do, but we got it done nonetheless. And yeah, I'm quite calm about it all, knowing that it has all been done, it has all been sorted, and that exhibit is looking quite nice now. All I'm hoping for is that it hasn't found another way to get out. That is my only worry, and that is why we're not going over there this episode, because I am scared. So I'm going to go over it off camera and see if it's found a new way out. If it has, I'll try and figure out how it's found it and resolve that problem accordingly. But if not, it's happy days, and I'll show you guys what it looks like next episode. Let's get rid of you. Bang. And yeah. So obviously if you guys have any questions about these exhibits or different ways I can improve it, it will be much appreciated. Obviously everything you guys tell me and you guys suggest does go into consideration. Obviously I believe Benasaur 2004 I believe it was messaged me and asked why don't the Tyrannosaurus Rex have feathers. That's because I turned feathers off for the T-Rex. What I will do is I'll turn them on for the next episode, so we can kind of resolve that issue, and obviously we can do things, and I'll show you guys what it does look like next episode before I hatch whatever's next, whatever dinosaur I decide to do next, or bird, prehistoric bird or mammal. There'll be a lot of things to do. I do want to relocate the mammoths though. I'm thinking of turning that, to be honest, into a massive just lake, into a lake with ancient ruins and stuff. I think it'd be nice to just turn it into that. Not obviously, it doesn't have to be all the time an exhibit. It can just be like we did with the restaurant. It can be something along those lines where something's a bit more simpler to deal with, and it's, you know, it's just a lot easier. It is a lot easier sometimes just to have a break from building exhibits for dinosaurs and try and use different aspects you wouldn't normally use to create better builds. And when you create those better builds, it does refresh your mind and it does bring new ideas and it does help. Now, in terms of that, there is quite a bit we need to do if we want to go down that route. Now, I'm not going to go down it too much this series. Next series is going to be kind of when we add in a lot more restaurants, we add in a lot more scenery, stuff like that. Like, for example, that area there, normally I'd take it away, but I'm going to turn it into a nice little bit of foliage, which I thought would be quite nice to work with. You know, it'd have quite a nice aesthetic appeal. I'm going to have to waste all of this, plus get some more from home. Okay, anything that helps the cause, I guess. There we go. Oh dear. So yeah, that's kind of the plan of action. Now, I need to know from you guys what I should do with the prehistoric birds outside enclosures, so kind of the area which they'll be let out into. What should I do? Should I keep it all the same? Should I mix it all up? I need to know your thoughts and opinions. You guys have been sending me designs over Skype, which is absolutely awesome. I've been definitely taking a few ideas from that. So if you guys can let me know and can keep sending me those designs, and if you are not sending me any, make sure to do so, guys, because it's just as much your series as it is mine. I do like to keep you guys interactive. I do like to add in a poll pretty much every episode I can. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Obviously, keeping you guys interactive helps. Polls definitely help. You guys voice your opinions, and we seem to get a lot more votes in the poll than in the comment section, which I do like to see. As much as I'd love to see comments and stuff, and I'd love to see obviously the likes and everything, we get plenty of likes. We usually get like 1 dislike per video, and I think that's just somebody disliking it on purpose for whatever reason, which is completely understandable and completely acceptable. People have their rights to the like and dislike button. If they didn't, they wouldn't be able to use it. So that's fine. If people want to dislike the content I bring, that's completely okay. I understand. If you don't like it, or you don't like me as a person, you want to dislike it, that's fine. I'm not really too bothered. I'm more focused on looking at the positive, positives that I gain from you guys, and what we can really do to build the channel as one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we can't really do much more now, can we? We can obviously dig into there, but I don't really want to do that now because I don't have... Well, I mean, we could do. I don't really have any more hay bales. I kind of ran out. I know what I can do though. I can place in some small water fountains. Well, drinking stations, if you will, or troughs, as they call it for horses. You know, for this one, we're going to add in 2. This one's only going to be a little one. Because you know what? There's nothing wrong with mixing these things up now and again. Nothing wrong with it. So yeah, moving on. So, what comes after the Elasmotherium and the prehistoric birds? Now that will be up to you guys to let me know in the comment section and on the eye of the video. Once we've added in them, what do we do? Do we build an Arseniotherium, a Lepticidium? I think it's Lepticidium. I call it Lepticidium, just for ease. Do we do that? Do we do the Smilodon / saber-toothed tiger? Do we remove the mammoths? Do we do the Arseniotherium? Do we then go? Do we just completely redo the whole mammoth area into that lake? Do we do that? Let me know, guys. Let me know. I think the lake thing's going to be an off camera because it will take a long time to do, and if I did it all on camera, it would take about 6 or 7 episodes to complete. Which, as much as I'd love to do, it would run through about a 2, maybe 3 week, about 2 week period. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, because I upload it about 3 times a week, don't I? 3 or 4 times a week. So yeah, it would last about a 2 week period. So obviously we have that to consider. I swear I put in. Okay, right, it wasn't just me that saw I put in 2, didn't I? I've been robbed. I've been robbed in Elasmotherium. Right. Okay. I'm not pleased, but you know what? We can't always deal with the good times. So, let's now rebuild. Let's now redo something for... Let's redo. What am I saying? What am I even saying? Let's create another Elasmotherium DNA like that. Christ, 20 minutes been running for already. Jeez Louise. Okay, So Elasmotherium, embryo, we've got those two on the go. I'm thinking, to be honest, we can't really choose where we hatch them, can we? They just kind of appear where they do. So what we're going to do from here, personally I don't think there's much we can do with this area. Maybe we could add in some grass, I don't know, maybe try and bone meal it if it's even possible to do so. But overall there isn't too much to do, and obviously once we've hatched the cows, once we've got the embryos into the cows and they've given birth, if you will, to the Elasmotherium, we will kill them. We'll kill the cows. It kind of ruins that whole area, if I'm honest. So what can we do in the meantime? We can put in the Titanis for next episode. Yeah, let's do the Titanis next episode. Yeah, let's do that. That'd be quite a good thing to do for next episode. Nutrients. How many of these? Okay, let's just do that quickly. There we go, and then we'll put in them accordingly. I can say take me down to about 36, but even though that's 35. Right, then we have four. Then we have four buckets to go and fill for our water supply. So yeah, let's go and get that done. Now, once we've obviously added in the Titanis, I'm thinking of adding in, I want to add in two prehistoric birds per episode, or else it will get to the point where you guys aren't enjoying it as much. Word of warning, next episode, I'm going to call it the Titanis, because Titanis is kind of like the main prehistoric bird that people know of, and people kind of, you know, what would you say, kind of relate to, if you will, and it's kind of well known. So what I'm planning on doing with that is I am going to call it the Titanis / Terror Bird exhibit. That's going to be the title for next episode, just purely because, whoa, look at all the ocelots. Well, the cats really, but they're all called ocelots nowadays, aren't they? Run, Boris, run. Can you guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you calm now? Thank you. Right, let's try and, I don't even know where I'm meant to get water from, to be honest. Where can I get water from? This is one of the many problems I experience. Will it fall in night time? No, it won't be, it'll just be this hill. Yeah, it'll just be the hill. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to look to do next episode. So then from there we're going to work on a few other bits and pieces. That'll be then when we start adding 2 birds per episode. I'm probably going to do the dodo petting zoo as an exhibit on its own. That'll be 1 episode for itself. I think that's quite adequate for itself. So yeah, I think it'll be quite good to do, and I'll be, you know, I quite like the idea of building these exhibits, and obviously I'm not going to do them all at the repetitively. I am going to mix them up. We are going to have, say, we're not going to have a straight streak of prehistoric birds being added in. We will work on a different exhibit. We will do an Elasmotherium, etc, etc, etc. We will do exhibits that, you know, oh, I forgot how nice this looked. I really do love this exhibit. We're going to have to add in a few more pteranodons at some point. Let's take another look at this. Just wow. I am a big fan of this exhibit. This is one of my favourite exhibits now. Like when I first did it, it was like I was a massive fan of the exhibit in itself. Now I'm just even more in love with it. I just think it's so amazing. I'm so happy with this build. Just for me on a personal achievement level. But you know, always room for improvement. Velociraptors are sleeping. Wait. I swear I saw one back there a minute ago. Oh, that is the first time I've ever seen that. I've never seen one of them sleeping there, or just be there, to be honest. So yeah, I'm quite dead set on how the series, how the episodes are going to work through this series up until the finale. The finale is going to be something different. We're going to be, obviously, this will go up for download if that's what you guys want. That's going to be probably in the poll next week, just asking what you guys want to see. What the hell? Okay. Is this what it's meant to do? Yeah. There you go. Sort that. But yeah, hopefully that will be for the poll next week. There's so many ocelots here. This is unbelievable. Don't you dare all go running into this area. Please don't. I beg you don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Okay, you're in here now. But the finales could be quite different. Now, I am going to be going through and kind of reviewing everything. That's going to be kind of a... that's going to be one of the finales. The other one's going to be a compilation of all the builds and kind of how everything's gone. It's going to be about a 40-minute compilation throwing together the best bits that I could find throughout the episodes. I think that'd be quite nice to do, along with, you know, we're going to have probably a massive finale where I make this a multiplayer world. I add this to a multiplayer world and we kind of go off that. I think that'd be quite nice to do, and it'd be something, you know, a bit on the side, to be honest. Something a bit different, a bit elusive. We're going to make this a multiplayer world, and we'll just go through it and have about an hour's stream maybe, or just I'll probably stream it and then upload it as a video later on just to see how that goes. But hopefully all should go well with that. But it's all for the future. All for the future. Let's focus on right now and how everything's going now. This is annoying because I do need one more bucket. One more bucket full. That is literally all I need right now. But it doesn't matter because we have the Elasmotherium embryo. So obviously guys, if you guys are excited for the Terrorbird/Titanis episode next, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Obviously if you did enjoy it as well, make sure to do that. Everything helps guys. Every little bit helps. It really does. There you go. You're pregnant now. And you're pregnant. I'm proud of you guys. Well done. Congratulations. You're irrelevant now. But let's just leave you two to, you know, be pregnant. And we'll get back to you guys once you've given birth to our precious baby Elasmotherium. Elasmotheriums? I think that's how you say it. But yeah, it's all going well. It's all going well. It's all be something to look forward to. Obviously we've got the Titanis now ready for next episode. We need one more bit of water to deal with there. But I feel as if we do that we might miss seeing these bits. So chance we'll have to take. We'll have to take risks in this series. And this is definitely one of them. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process and everything. Now, as for next season, I've not really spoke to him actually in a while. I wish I kind of have. I haven't really spoke to Caden in quite a while, and I want to be able to do that again. Obviously, I could say, oh yeah, we've had a load of YouTube channels, nothing like that's happened. It's good that would be for the views for me. It's not gonna happen, but one thing I do want to do is kind of sit down with him, and also maybe even do like a bit of a podcast, and maybe even create a bit of a podcast series over Skype where I record the chat and we kind of have like a Skype call or something, and I put a bit of gameplay over the top and we kind of talk about things about what we are predicting for like future mod updates and stuff like that. I know he's quite dead set on it being a 1.10 update, which I think will be very good. I'll be quite upset in some ways if it does update to that, because we will be losing an awful lot of really good mods to go with it, and we will also be losing an awful lot of dinosaurs as well. I do think if we do update to the 1.10, some of these dinosaurs won't be included. I do feel as though we will lose some, which I don't want to happen at all. I really wish that, you know, we keep them all as much as possible. We keep as many as we can. I'm going to have to just fill all these up anyway. I do hope and pray that if, you know, if things do come down to, you know, that we're updating to 1.10, we're going to lose so many out of so many mods, we're going to do this and that, I do hope they don't take away all the dinosaurs. There is a part of me that does think that will occur, and I do think we will lose some dinosaurs that maybe they think don't have as much relevance. I do feel as though like we might lose a Deinonychus, and we may lose maybe a few of the marine reptiles. I feel like we might lose them. I do feel as though some like the less required dinosaurs, or the less popular ones, we may lose to be replaced with others, which will be good. But I do feel as though I would just prefer it if they added more. I do hope they do that though. And you know, who knows what could happen, only time will tell in that aspect. I need to build this aviary at some point. It's killing me just looking here and not seeing it done. It needs to be done, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll get it done at some point. We'll get it done at some point. Not to worry. But yeah, that just kind of concludes the whole of the episode. Now, we have been going for a good 30 minutes on this episode, which we don't usually do. We usually only get talking for about 20 odd minutes about some random things. You haven't given birth yet, have you? Can you hurry up, please? I'd rather you just, hurry up without being horrible. You're not a human. You don't take 9 months to give birth. Please, hurry along. Please. I can't deal with the stress. Surely you're about ready. Maybe? I don't know. I don't really have my Dinopedia with me either, considering I died, and then when I died I lost it. So I'm going to have to get one of those back at some stage. Are you ready? I know you'll be ready before you're ready, but I need you to be ready so he can be ready, so she can be ready even. So please hurry along. Thank you. Oh dear. So one thing I've really enjoyed this episode, to be honest. Like, on and off note, I've really enjoyed this episode. There we go, 2 Titanists. They're probably going to go in the far exhibit, I would have thought. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. But guys, apart from that, there isn't really too much else to do apart from just wait. Really, I could put them in there because they're never going to get used. We need to make some more Cometous Wedge slopes, which we can do at some point. I don't know if you can even do this. Is this how you make them? No, that's stairs. How do you make them? I'm going to have to try and figure that one out. Only time will tell. Can you please just give birth? Just give me an Elasmotherium. I do need to jump in the actual exhibit, to be fair, so that when they do hatch, obviously they are tamed. Can I just left click you anyway? Hello. Hi. But yeah, what can we actually talk about just while this episode's kind of waits till we give birth to the Elasmotherium? So, what should we do now? We're gonna have to be able to really knuckle down these last few exhibits. Like, this exhibit took me a long time to do because I had to take out all of the stuff. I don't use world edit. I don't see the point in that, obviously. I want this all to be as raw as possible, so I do take out every single thing, go to the Biomes of Plenty world, had to travel ages to find all this. Then once I found it, I had to obviously collect a ton, bring it all back and build this exhibit. To be fair, this exhibit has been in the works for ages, but I've never really done much with it. Now knowing what I wanted to do with it and really making it work, you know, we've had some success. We've had some success. Are you ever going to give birth? I'm just thinking about things. Do you plan on giving birth? You know what, let's go into game mode 1 and just collect a Dinopedia, just to make sure that they are actually processing. Pregnancy progress 58%. Jeez, you guys maybe do take as long as they actually should do. Christ. Right guys, just to speed this up, because we are quite very much into this, and this will take another good 10 minutes I reckon. Yeah, this is going to take quite a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the process, wait till we get to about 94%, then I will get back to you guys, so I'll be back with you in just a short while. Well then guys, sorry about that, we are back now. Obviously that take a bit of time, we're now on 97% progress pregnancy. So as soon as this cow decides to give birth, we'll have a baby Elasmotherium. I've been, we're in 37 minutes now, so yeah, this took a little bit of time to do. No word of a lie, we're ready, we're about ready, we're ready. Elasmotherium baby. Quick. I'm waiting for you now. 97%, come on. You can do this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Should be now. Ah. Oh, we have an Elasmotherium baby. So yeah, I've kind of had a thought about things. I've kind of decided that when I want to look back on this episode when we're done, I want these 2 cows to still really be in here. To kind of show that, yeah, these were the cows that bred Elasmotherium. So we have a female, I believe we also have another female. But they all seem to be fine, obviously they just need feeding. This Elasmotherium is full, that's fine. Let's just feed that one. This Elasmotherium is full as well. And you are a male actually, so we have a male and a female, I believe. Which one did we just click on? Yeah, we have a male and a female, so that's actually good for a breeding pair. That's kind of what I really wanted. If we were going to have 3, I did want it to be a male, a female and a child. So that's really good. Obviously when they grow that'll be even better. So yeah, it's all looking up from here. That is some great news for the channel and the series in general. But thank you guys anyway for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I do apologise for it being very long. You know, obviously if you guys do enjoy these long episodes, make sure to let me know. There will be quite a few more. I'm assuming next episode will be relatively quick actually, considering it'll just be doing a bit of work on everything. Placing in the terror bird, talking about a terror bird. I'm going to try and set up a fact file so I have it on the side of me for these prehistoric birds, so I can kind of keep you guys up to date and give reasons why I've built these types of exhibits. If you guys want to leave me any facts about the terror bird, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. That'd be awesome. But apart from that, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you did. Let me know your comments and feedback. That'll be absolutely awesome. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.